Hello and welcome to the Q&A for Anatolian Leopard. We are here with writer and director Emre Kayiş, who's calling from Ankara. Hi, Emre.
Hello.
It's nice to see you. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me.
Well, we've just watched your beautiful film, and I would first like to give you the opportunity to introduce yourself to our Toronto audiences. This is your first film, the first time we're meeting you, so welcome. Hello.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is, as I say, Emre Kayiş. I'm originally from Ankara, from Turkey, and I was born and raised there. I studied law for my bachelor's degree, and after that, I made my master's for the film directing in the London Film School. And after that, I'm working as a writer and a director, and so this is and I'm living in Berlin. Last year I moved there, so so this is a quick introduction, I can say, from my side.
Great. Well, Anatolian Leopard is your debut film, and you're also the writer. Could you tell us how the idea for the story came to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually it is. I was thinking about when I was studying in the London Film School, just after my graduation film. The idea was somehow inside my mind, but I was thinking about some sort of a movie about the people who are feeling differently in the society, but I couldn't put my finger exactly what am I trying to do. And then generally the ideas are coming to me as more or less like a picture, or I can say it's very hard to define, but something like that, some sort of I kind of see that, and then I started to think about it. Of course, obviously, Anatolian Leopard, also the name of the film, is a metaphor in the film. Of course, I don't want to give any spoiler, and I don't want to ruin the experience of the ones who would like to see the film, which I dislike when somebody do that. So, but I can say I was trying to make a film about people and also the values which and who are under threat of extinction. And I can say in the zeitgeist that we are living in the world and also in my country. And I want to create a microcosmos by creating this story inside the zoo and about an Anatolian leopard. But also I'm trying to talk broadly about what am I trying to say. So this is how I guess the idea, how I start with the idea, and then I start to write the script.
What was the next step for you? Did you already have some cast members in mind? How did the production come to be?
Could you please repeat? Sorry.
I was asking what the next steps were for you. Did you already have were you writing with some specific actors in mind? Did you already have an idea of how and where you'd like to shoot?
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, a couple of actors I was thinking this time. Actually, it's not a specific actor, but a specific look, kind of a for my cast. And when I was writing, I didn't write for a specific person, to be honest. And also for the but then when I wrote the script, the main actor, I just found his number from a very established old director in Turkey. So I just talked to him like, do you know him or should I talk to him? And he just gave me his number basically from a little phone book that he has, because he doesn't use phones simply. And he just told me, okay, why don't you call right now? And I said, well, do you think it's okay to call him right like this or whatever? And he said, of course, you know, you want to make a good film and you have to move forward and call him. So I called him, and it was interesting. So he read the script in I can say 6 hours, I guess, and then we grab a beer, and then he said, okay, I want to be in this film. So this is how it started, and the rest was more or less more traditional route with cast agents and cast directors, whatever. And for the shooting, yes, if I have a specific Style or whatever. Yes, I was talking to my director of photography, who I was working for a while, Nick Cook, who I also made my graduation film. So yeah, I wanted to shoot in I can say a minimalistic style from my side, less cutting, mise-en-scène most of the time, and but of course nothing was concrete because without seeing the locations and everything. But we were thinking about the feeling of the movie in the beginning because this is the most important thing, and then yeah, we went through it as a journey, of course. And yeah, all this started, of course, it's a long time. I started to write the script in 2015, and it was ready in 2016, 17, I can say. And all this financing and the production, we can only be able to shoot the film before the pandemic, and we are releasing right now. So it's a very long journey.
Well, that was going to be my next question, because the film is a very potent yet subtle commentary about privatization, development, modernization, which of course is not only an important topic in Turkey, but globally. And the film is a very interesting co-production between, I believe, Turkey, Poland, Germany, Denmark. And as such, can you tell us a little bit about the financing and how that came to be? And I suppose what I'm really asking is if you could talk about the state of independent film production in Turkey.
Yeah, of course. Yes, exactly. It's a four-country co-production. It's not that easy. I mean, I can give the full credit for my main producer, and also all the co-producers. I think they did a great job because it's not easy. The thing is, I can start from the first thing. When I wrote the script, I was, of course, it's all about this privatization of the oldest zoo of the country, and what is it going to be? Of course, something commercially useful, I can say. This is what they want to construct. And what happened is, this happened in reality. It's so funny. After I wrote the script, 8 months later, I read an article in the newspaper. This time I was living in Istanbul already, and it said, okay, the oldest zoo, the Ankara Zoo, is going to be demolished, and a big amusement park, I can say, commercial park, was going to be constructed. I called my producer. It was a bit of a surprise because I was thinking about to use this zoo, of course. This is the zoo from my childhood as well. It was a very disappointing situation, but we were keep moving on. We were searching for different zoos in Turkey, but unfortunately none of them was looking like what I want, because this was constructed in 20s, 30s, and it's very old, I can say a little bit Soviet style, this type.
Beautiful.
I can say a little bit, yeah, exactly, beautiful place. But then I was traveling with my short film,
Oh, we may have.
I can hear you. Okay,
we're back.
It's okay.
It's okay. You were saying that you were traveling with your short film.
Yes, exactly. I was traveling with my short film, and one of the festivals I've been in that time was in Poland, in Poznan. And when I have time in the festival, I want to make a walk. It was winter, so I was walking and I saw that there is an old zoo in the city. There is also a new one, but the old zoo is in the city. So I went there. It was in the middle of the winter, and it looked amazingly exactly the same as the Ankara Zoo, like a very old zoo. And when I saw that, I was like, it's like exactly, it's like an Eureka moment, like Archimedes. I ran back to the hotel, called my producer, and said, okay, I found the zoo. So where did you find? She asked, and I said, in Poland. It was not helpful, of course, but then we met with the Polish co-producers after the Turkish financing, and there is a concrete reason that's why we wanted to co-produce with Poland. So, and it was very nice. So I shoot the zoo scenes there. Actually, I don't want to say that because in the film you shouldn't realize that. Of course,
I will tell you, I'm from Poland, and I've actually been to this zoo, and I didn't realize, so I think you're okay.
Okay, perfect. I'm very happy that in that case. Okay. Yeah, the financing, if I turn back to other question, I mean, the independent productions in Turkey, yeah, this film is supported by the Ministry of Culture in Turkey. Of course, I can say it's not, the situation is not super bright, but people are still trying, and but I cannot say it is like all the beautiful projects are supported by the main fund, which is the Turkish Ministry of Culture's fund. So I think I'm counting myself lucky, and maybe the movie is so ironic. I believe it was easier maybe to pass the film, but it might not be the case if you are talking about some stuff more concretely, I guess. And the independent productions in Turkey, there is only one major fund, which is the Culture Ministry's fund, and plus nowadays there is a television fund, the National Television's fund. But I am finding this even more political, and I think this fund is only supporting the projects which are trying to tell stories about one side, I can say. So it's as a whole, and in some, I think the situation in terms of independent filmmaking in Turkey is not super bright. But we are persistent. We are trying. I think there are many great filmmakers, friends, and some of them I'm really. I think they are really good. I mean, of course, we have very good established filmmakers as well. People are trying, and when you try, you can always find ways. This is what I believe.
It sounds like you have a really good community to rely on as well, which is beautiful.
True. That's true.
Well, I'd love to go back to you a little bit more. Can you tell us what inspires you as an artist? You seem to move around a lot. I'd love to know more about your lifestyle.
Like many things, but I can say one of the most important things in my life, I think, literature. Like I like reading. I really like reading, and of course, as many others, I guess, I like to see movies. I like to go to galleries. These kind of things are inspiring me. But if I would pick the only one, I can say reading books, literature. This is something that that really I can say holds myself, or I can say this makes my imagination always super clear or bright. So I can't think a life without books and reading, I think, and I like I can say existential books more than the like this existential movement is my favorite, and I like philosophy as well, of course, reading about philosophers and trying to follow this, but I think yeah, the literature is my favorite, and I can say a couple of authors that I like, I guess. I don't know if you like.
Please.
Yeah, I like Dostoevsky a lot. I like Chekhov, and also I like Andrei Platonov. These Russian authors, they are. I have many favorite Russian authors, I guess. Yeah, I like also like Jerzy Kosinski, and also I can say from Turkey. Let me say one name. I can say Refik Halit Karay. I don't know if the international audience knows him. Many people knows Pamuk, of course. I also like him, but I don't know. I don't want to be unfair to the other favorite authors that I like, but yeah, I like them. I also, of course, I'm a movie fan. I like to watch movies, but I guess that would be more boring to talk when we are in this type of conversation with the filmmakers. Everybody, I think, talking about movies. So maybe that would be interesting to say.
It's not boring, and I think you were very generous with the amount of authors you named. So thank you.
Right.
So when I've been describing your film, because of course we speak to audiences about which films they should see, and one of the challenges with a first-time filmmaker is that no one's met you before, so you have to start from the beginning. So when I've been describing your film, I've been saying it's a bit of a Kafka-esque scenario, and I really try to avoid using the word Kafka-esque, but I think it genuinely applies in this situation. So I've been saying it's a Kafkaesque scenario in a Charismachian package, because the style of your film really had this like very subtle comedy. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to be laughing in certain moments, but it was just so like really dark and absurd. But somehow, if you're, you know, like us from countries where you've seen so many places be demolished and changed and taken over by different powers, at this point, I just had to laugh, honestly. So I hope this is what you were going for.
Yeah, that's great. That the thing is, sense of humor is very delicate thing. So you never know who is going to laugh to what. So basically, I'm glad that you laugh, because for me, I always want to keep this humor inside it, because I think, of course, there is a ridiculous Kafkaesque atmosphere inside it. So where my characters are kind of like a labyrinth, as you kind of. So basically, yes, it's for me. It's also very funny. But as I say, it's a dark humor, or I can say exactly this is what I was trying to do. So I'm glad that you were in the situation. Of course, I like it subtle when it comes to that, because like I don't want to again spoil. I don't want to talk concretely about the film. So, but basically, the situation that they are in, and I think what you say is very nice, because you are also from Poland, so you understand that. So basically, these labyrinths that the oppressors are constructing, they are always very interesting. I mean, you can easily say there is nothing, there is no walls here, I can pass, but there are walls. And it's not also about the concrete walls, but what you are what you are imagining, I guess. So psychologically, because they kind of capture your understanding, I can say, and that's the power they have. I think in the film, like Fikret especially, because he is desperately trying to hide the lie and trying to keep his lie alive. Meantime, everything is suspicious from his side. Like, are they but on the other hand, because I used to live in that atmosphere for a long time. Most of the time, people are unaware of what they are doing. So basically, that's why I think the humor is coming from there. I mean, the side stories in the film. So everybody is trying to do something else, but on the other hand, they are playing their role. So it could be easily, you can say, these people doesn't understand any bit about what they are doing, but you also have to be very cautious. So and the humor comes from there. So I can say this is, I don't know, like, Kaurismäki is a great, of course, he's a wonderful filmmaker that I also like a lot, and the sense of humor in his movies are wonderful. So he has I guess a very unique sense of humor, very Nordic. In this one, I try to make it very Anatolian, like it's like my personal experience. So yes, I always want the audience, hopefully, find it also not just dark, but also funny. Not like ha ha ha, but in a subtle way. But yes.
Well, I want to thank you sincerely for introducing us to the Anatolian humor and for your beautiful film. It's really stunning, and I'm so excited that we're sharing it with the Toronto audiences. And of course, horrible pandemic, strange world we're in right now, we're hoping to get you to Toronto, and I hope to see you in person.
Yeah, thank you very much inviting for me and your nice words. Yeah, I hope as much as people can go to the cinema and watch my film, because I made the film for the cinema, not just for the little electronic devices. This pandemic is, for me, it's of course bad for many reasons, but one of the other reasons that I also dislike it is just stealing the opportunity from us to be together and sharing the experiences together, because it's very important for me as a filmmaker and also one of the members of the audience. Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you.